Здравствуйте, товарищи!
I think there is a number of reasons why I was included into the list. Last October, I did an interview to a very small journalist, and that interview kind of blew up like fire. It was tagged among other journalists, which they used that material, so that was widely spread. So it became well known that I was against Russia's war in Ukraine, and that is something that the Russian government does not need anti-Russian government's policy. So in response, they had to do something. And so this is their way of responding or punishing. In their eyes, they like to think that they're punishing me. But in reality, I see this as a privilege to be included in the foreign agent list. And the reason is because they have already listed many prominent members, elite members, celebrities, singers, actresses, poets, and many famous individuals are listed as a foreign agent. So, I became a member of the elite club of the Russian society. So therefore, it's no surprise. I think personally, it was bound to happen sooner or later. And so now that it's happened, after that, I have to consider my staff, my acquaintances, people that I associate with, organizations that I associate with in Russia. So therefore, I made the decision it would be in the best interest of everyone if I resign as my responsibilities as the head of the Buddhist of the Kalmyk Republic. Therefore, otherwise, there could be certain damages, or they could face circumstances just by being in communication with me or being associated with me directly or indirectly. So I thought it was in the best interest of the Buddhist community of Republic of Kalmykia, the monastic community as well, and also the Buddhists of not only Kalmykia but of all Russia as well. So therefore I made that decision. But nevertheless, I have two responsibilities. One responsibility is the head of the Buddhists of Kalmykia, which I recently turned in my resignation, but I continue to play the role as His Holiness the Dalai Lama's representative to Russia, Mongolia, and former Soviet Union republics. So that responsibility has not changed. That will continue until my term expires, or if something else dramatic happens.
After having been labeled as a foreign agent, were there any danger to your security ever since?
Not so far. It happened so that I had to come to India for work-related purposes. I arrived on the 27th of January, and that very same evening, a few hours after my arrival, and that's when the announcement was made that I'm listed as the foreign agent. So I was already in India, and immediately I got many calls, many messages, emails from many people conveying their sympathy, their solidarity, their sadness, their anger that I've been listed as a foreign agent. But nevertheless, I'm not too much concerned about my safety, and I don't think there's anything to be concerned about in terms of physical danger. I think I'm in very good hands.
Will the Office of Tibet in Russia be affected in any ways by this incident?
As of right now, I don't see any reason for the Office of Tibet to be affected. But, I cannot guarantee that it won't be affected. But as of right now, there's no particular reason for it to be affected. The whole idea of that the organization is a Russian-based organization. It's registered as a organization based on the Russian laws, rules and regulations, and liabilities. So therefore, we haven't done anything against the Russian laws, rules, and regulations. So I don't see any reason why the office would be closed. So I have staff members there who are functioning, carrying out their duties. They know what to do. They know their daily responsibilities. And during the pandemic time, we have gotten a very good experience of how to manage our activities and our work by working from remote areas or distance or online. So that has given us a very good experience, and the office will continue as it is. I will remain as representative of His Holiness unless the Kashag decides something else. And as of right now, I'm shifted to Mongolia since April, and I'm very welcomed by the people of Mongolia. And I've been functioning out of Mongolia since April. So we have handled everything very nicely, very smoothly, and I believe that we will continue to function in that way unless something dramatic happens.